Hi, I'm Rob McLeod. I'm the WFDF Director of Global Communications. I was one of the co-organizers of this past weekend's High Desert Distance Challenge, and I was also one of the competitors. And I just wanted to address a few of the comments. I've read through, I feel like thousands of comments by this point, and there seems to be a common thread. I just wanted to address that. The common thread being that a lot of people feel like we should split the world record into sort of a wind-dated and a non-wind-dated record. That's not going to happen, and the reason for that is competitors show up and compete in the conditions that exist. Okay, everyone is talking about how this 11:09 is amazing, which it is, but no one is talking about the women's record. Okay, when we're looking at making changes to the record, we have to look at all the records together. And so when you look at the women's record, it was set in sort of milder winds, in the mid-20s. The women on Monday, when the crazy winds happened, actually threw shorter. And so for them, the wind is not an advantage. And actually a lot of the guys on Monday had shorter throws than their throws on Saturday. So a few of the guys caught a huge throw, but some of their other throws, if we could have been able to record them and measure them, they would have been shorter than a lot of their throws on Saturday. And so a lot of people saying that wind is an advantage, not necessarily. It is if you have the arm speed and you can get enough spin on the disc. And there's very few people in the world who can do that. Okay, even the top guys weren't able to get great shots every single time. 1 out of 5 throws went really far. So from the WFDF perspective, we're going to leave the records as is. We have an outdoor record, we have an indoor record. Okay, if you think you can throw really, really far in the Hurricanes, go out and try it. Myself personally, my best was 712 feet, just 217 meters on Saturday. In the winds on Monday, my best was around 180 meters. So I don't have the arm speed that David and Simon have. So in order for me to throw in those type of winds, I need to be able to throw the disc around 90 to 100 miles an hour. Okay, Simon recently was clocked at throwing a disc over 100 miles an hour. So yes, the wind gives you an advantage, but it's hard to say if 60 miles an hour is better than 30. Okay, if the wind is too strong, it will push it down. Okay, I was there, I saw what happened for a lot of those throws. The wind just shoved it down. Alex Geisinger, who is one of the top distance throwers in the world, had a really tough time with the wind. He still threw 270 meters, but he was throwing it further in less wind. Okay, so he threw further on Friday in practice with less wind than he did Monday with crazy wind, and he has the arm speed, he can bomb it. Okay, so it's all about catching the right line, depending on the conditions. So that is our stance from WFDF. We're not going to make any changes to the world records. We're going to have an outdoor record, and we're going to have an indoor record. So I think what happens moving forward is it opens the door for possibilities to have indoor events, which can be really exciting because we can have GoPros set up. It's a lot easier to film it. We can have them in these massive indoor aircraft hangars. Who knows where we're going to be able to find these venues. And then the other side is having more distance competition. So the competition this weekend was not a distance competition. It was a world record event. Everyone who was there was trying to set a world record in their age-protected division or in their gender division. That was the point of going to the desert, was to set a world record. That's why Prim is great for the elevation, for the flat ground. You can turn any direction depending on the wind. Okay. Ideal conditions. So moving forward, more distance competitions where you go head-to-head with somebody. Just because you can throw it long doesn't mean you're going to win the competition. You have to get a good throw in that round. You have to have it further than the other person. So think about long drive competitions in ball golf. Okay, that's pretty much exactly what I'm thinking of. We already do it at overall events. We do it at a lot of disc golf competitions at the USDGC and at the professional worlds. So I think that's going to open the door for more of those. It's a lot of exciting times for people to watch. And if the conditions are amazing, then maybe a world record could be set. So I think there is potential for world records to be set, especially with the women's record. Okay, no woman has gone over 600 feet. Jennifer Allen threw at 550 plus, so her record's 569 feet. So the women's record has potentially broken. The men's record, it's going to take a lot, but unless you can throw that 90 mile an hour throw or 100 mile an hour throw, I don't believe that you have a shot at breaking it anyway. So I'm very interested to see what the future holds for distance competitions. I just think it's amazing for anybody to go out there in those conditions and be able to find that right line. It was incredible being there, being witness to it. So I just want to thank everyone for their support throughout the last couple of days. There was a lot of amazing comments congratulating the competitors. Okay, we should not take anything away from the competitors at all. They can't control the wind. They're there. They're throwing the disc. That was their job, to show up and throw the disc. Okay, our job was to organize an event where we had spotters, we had people marking. We did our job. Mother Nature gave us some crazy conditions, and as you can see, some really crazy results, but it's pretty neat to be able to know that a disc can fly that far. And so I challenge you, whatever you can throw, try and beat that. Okay, set your personal best, go out and beat that. I know myself right now, I have no chance of breaking the world record. I can't throw as far as David or Simon, but I'm going to set my personal best. I want to go after my personal best. Okay, so that's my challenge to you: is set your goal, whatever your personal best is, and try and beat that. Continue doing that, and then you'll get to the point where all of a sudden maybe you can go after a world record as well. But don't focus on how far other people can throw, because you're not them. Okay, some of these other people are throwing 100 throws a day. It's their full-time job. So look at what you're doing. Look at what your abilities are. Be realistic with how much you're training. Set your own goals and go after that. And then encourage and support others who are doing the same, especially these people who are setting these world records, raising the bar for us, and just showing us what's possible. So again, thanks everyone for the support, and continue to look forward to events from the World Flying Disc Federation moving forward.